So what would you do? Hand it out to Henry. Mariota blocks Henry. First down and more. Marcus Mariota in there to throw a block for Henry. They gave it again to Mr. Fourth Quarter. He has delivered the Titans into the next round of the playoffs.
They run a spread formation. They run a zone read. They do not block Frank Zombo until Marcus Mariota picks him up late. They run a zone read against an all-out blitz, and Marcus Mariota, for the second consecutive week, makes a physical play. You think his teammates don't have respect for him? What a performance by the third-year man out of Oregon. You know, Sean, when I met Mariota, I swear nothing bothers him. I tried to bother him, and I'm good at that. I could not bother him.
If he survived that,
you're down by 18, you're freezing, you're on the road, the media's on you, you're not playing good. Guess what? You're going to round 2. He catches a touchdown pass he threw to himself, throws 2 others, and he just throws the key block of the game.
A personal foul on Marcus Peters. Well, take Mike Mularkey off the unemployment line if in fact he was about to go there with a loss today.
And the people that had him on the unemployment watch should be researched carefully too.
Yeah.
After the job he's done.
You know, we mentioned the emotions of Marcus Peters, and he's very passionate. He reads, I love the emotion he plays with and the passion, but you can't do the repeated stupid things that he does.
Total frustration. Take a knee.
22-yard run by Henry. No DeMarco Murray today, so he had to carry the entire load, and boy did he. 23 carries, 156 yards. Mariota brilliant as well. You know, we talk about him allegedly being on a hot seat, Mike Mularkey. You know, it wasn't long ago. It was 3 seasons ago. They won 3 games.
Well, all those seats are hot down there.
2015, they won 3 games. They went 9-7, 9-7. They make the playoffs.
Yeah, kidding, man.
He said I had to totally change the culture, get rid of some players who weren't on board, even some coaches, upgrade the facilities.
You got to give John Robinson credit too, the general manager. He's done a great job.
They're a talented team. We said it in the open. They are a scary, talented team if you're their opponent.
Remember the Titans. I've been telling you that for the last month.
Boy, and for the Chiefs, what a rough offseason this is going to be with a lot of decisions to make. Marcus Mariota injured all season long. His teammates never lost their belief. They told him, you're the man, take charge. Sometimes it takes a wacky play to change the course of a game, of a season.
I'm just glad your voice didn't crack that time.
Yeah, that was due for one. We were due for a game like this in our 2 years together, Coach, and what a great way to send you out. Congratulations to the Tennessee Titans and Marcus Mariota. They'll have to wait tomorrow's AFC wildcard result to find out who their opponent will be. Boos cascading down from the fans as the Chiefs lose their 6th straight home playoff game. More playoff disappointment for Alex Smith, for Andy Reid. And will Alex Smith have just played his final game as a Kansas City Chief? The day belongs to Mariota. He threw for 205 on 19 out of 31. Threw a touchdown pass to himself. Jarrell Casey, longtime Titan, 7 years, never played in a playoff game. Derek Morgan, back to 2010, had never played in a playoff game prior to today. Eric Decker had a big early drop, redeemed himself with the touchdown catch in the 4th quarter. It wasn't quite the Music City Miracle, but it was miraculous in its own way. Some final numbers. Mariota 205 passing. And he also rushed for 46 yards. Here's Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Sean. Marcus, you told us that you dreamed about this since you were a little kid. Being in the playoffs in the NFL, how did this one measure up?
Special, special. I'm a part of a great team. I'm a part of a group of guys that really just believe in each other, and it's something special, and I look forward to playing next week.
21-3 at halftime. What changed in that locker room?
Nothing. that's what's amazing. Is these guys continue to believe, and again, it's a privilege to play with these guys.
One of the craziest plays we've ever seen, the pass that was tipped that you caught and scored the touchdown. It really did change the momentum of the game. Can you take me through that play? Just what was the call?
Well, I was trying to throw it in there to Corey. Darrell made a good play. He batted it up, and I was just kind of been on right place, right time.
All right, thank you very much, Marcus. Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Native Hawaiian on a frigid day in Kansas City, leading his team to victory.
You got to credit the Titan defense, too. I mean, it's a team effort. Just what Marcus said. It was a phenomenal job by the defense of the Titans getting the ball back repeatedly.
Well, the loss of Kelsey was huge because early in the game, that Titan defense was getting gouged by a lot of big plays, one after another, as Kansas City scored on 2 consecutive drives. Kelsey went out of the game, but as you said, you have to give the Titan defense credit. They covered up in some tough situations.
That's a touchdown pass to yourself. That's 12 points in fantasy football. Then he audibles to a one-back power play away from a loaded front. And this throw to Eric Decker, right down the seam in a tight window. Incredible effort by the Titans. Nothing like playoff football.
You will remember these Titans for a long time. Let's go down to Lisa again. She has Derrick Henry.
Thank you, Sean. Derrick, tell me what you were thinking when you were on the ground watching Derrick Johnson running back. This whole building thought they had scored a touchdown. What were you thinking?
I mean, yeah, they thought, but I knew I was down. You know, that's a poor job by me with ball security, you know, but I knew I was down, though. So, you know, the next possession, next plays, I just tucked it with 2 hands and just got what I could.
Last week you said you thought you ran soft.
Yeah.
How do you think you ran today?
You know, I just wanted to make plays, you know, for this offense. You know, last week I wasn't happy with my performance. You know, everybody had to do their job, beat the man in front of them, execute the plays, and that's what we tried to do, and I just had to go out there and do my job.
Down 21-3 at half. What were you guys saying to each other?
That's grit. That's just grit. You know, you gotta believe in each other, man. You know, we was down like this last year. You know, we came back, and we told them we got 30 minutes left. All we gotta do is play our game, execute the play, and everything can take care of itself.
Thank you, Derrick. Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it. Let's go, baby.
Sean.
Let's go.
All right, Lisa, thank you. And, Coach, as we wrap this one up, all of us last night at our production meeting had a chance to tell you what we think about you and how much you've meant to us and to Monday Night Football. And
Thank you.
what a great way to send you out, appropriately so.
Thank you.
Good luck with the open
Been a great
race.
run. Thank you.
It'll be tough for a lot of us on this crew to be impartial when we go into those production
Appreciate
meetings and see you next year.
Thank you.
All right, Lisa, take it. Susie, take it away.
Thank you, man.
We echo those thoughts. Sean, best of luck to John. And woo!
Welcome home, John!
At Arrowhead.
Welcome home, Gruden!
Stunned.
Wow.
Go Raiders!
Wow.
It's hard to really think of anything but wow. And when we talked to Mike Mularkey last night, he told us that at the end of last season, he asked every player on the team to write down one word to describe themselves, the guy next to them, and this team. And those words were resilient, tough, together. We saw all of those things tonight. What stood out?
But the root of it is 156 yards from Derrick Henry. We talked about this team being like Carolina. We got to run the football, we got to play ferocious defense, and we've got to figure out a way to win time of possession. That second half, they allowed, 2 or 3 first downs for the Kansas City Chiefs. Ferocious defense, and they ran the football and owned the time of possession. That's Tennessee Titan football. If we would have known that, I would have been like Randy and said, I'll take the Titans. You know? I'll go Titans if they're going to run
Were
like
you in that team meeting? Did you write one word down, too?
No, you know, I have to give credit to Joey Roberts, man. I ate breakfast with him this morning. We were talking about, you know, today's game, first game of the playoffs. And one thing that really stood out to both of us was a 6'3", 250-pound back having to tackle him for 4 quarters. And you see the Kansas City Chiefs didn't have nothing for him in the fourth.
And we need to give some credit to Dick LeBeau. We said in pregame that nobody was better in the NFL than halftime adjustments. No defense better in the third quarter, and they showed up in the third quarter. I mean, Alex Smith was lights out in the first half.
You're talking about credit. Give some credit to the referees because there was a play at the end of that first half where Derrick Johnson sacked the quarterback, and they called forward progress, and it was a fumble, and that is a game-changing play. I get tired of those kind of plays, especially in playoff football.
Brutal.
That changed the whole game to me.
Brutal.
Well, congratulations to the Tennessee Titans. The playoff drought is over. Their first postseason win since 2003. Our final score, Titans 22, Chiefs 21. For those of you watching on ESPN, stay tuned for the GMC postgame coming up next on SportsCenter. For those of you watching on ABC, The Good Doctor is coming up next, except on the West Coast.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.